Donald Trump is finally giving the reason why he hasn't been on the Joe Rogan podcast. This is crazy. We've all been wanting to know what this is. And now I'm finally going to tell you. Sleepy Joe Biden won't even believe it. And it's here on Lex Fridman. The real reason that Joe Rogan hasn't had Trump on. This is from Donald Trump interview, Lex Fridman podcast 442 from the Lex Fridman channel. Here we go. Let's learn this. And before we do that, I just want to take a moment for all you joint smokers out there. Light it up. Let's go.
Speaking of marijuana, let me ask you about my good friend Joe Rogan.
Good friend.
You had a bit of tension with him. So when he said nice things about RFK Jr., I think you've said some not so nice things about Joe, and I think that was a bit unfair. And as a fan of Joe, I would love to see you do his podcast because he is legit the greatest conversationalist in the world. So
Yeah.
what's the story behind the tension?
I don't
Wait, he always talks about penises and ass play, though. How is he the greatest conversationalist?
think there was any tension. And I've always liked him, but I don't know him. I mean, I only see him when I walk into the arena with Dana
Yeah.
and I shake his hand. I see him there, and
Sad times.
I think he's good at what he does, but I don't know about doing his podcast. I mean, I guess I'd do it, but I haven't been asked, and I'm not asking them, I'm not asking anybody.
It sounds like a challenging negotiation situation.
No, it's not. It's not really a negotiation. And he's sort of a liberal guy, I guess, from what I understand. But he likes Kennedy. This was before I found this out before Kennedy came in with us. He's going to be great. Bobby's going to be great. But I like that he likes Kennedy. I do too. He's a different kind of a guy, but he's got some great things going. And I think he's going to be beyond politics. I think he could be quite influential in taking care of some situations that you probably would agree should be taken care of.
The Joe Rogan post is an example. I would love to get your psychology about behind the tweets and the posts on Truth. Are you sometimes being intentionally provocative, or are you just speaking your mind? And are there times where you regret some of the truths you've posted?
Yeah, I do. I mean, but not that often, honestly. I do a lot of reposting. The ones you get in trouble with are the reposts, because you find down deep they're into some group that you're not supposed to be reposting. You don't even know if those groups are good, bad, or indifferent.
You can't win.
But the reposts are the ones that really get you in trouble. When you do your own words, it's sort of easier. But the reposts go very quickly. And if you're going to check every single little symbol, and I don't know, it's worked out pretty well for me. I tell you, it's truth is very powerful. Truth, and it's my platform, and it's been very powerful, very, very powerful. Goes everywhere. I call it my typewriter. That's actually my typewriter.
What are you doing usually when you're composing a truth? Like, are you chilling back on a couch?
Couches, beds.
Okay.
A lot of different things. I mean,
like late at night and just
I'd like to do some late at night. I'm not a huge sleeper, but whenever I do them, past like 3 o'clock, they criticize you the next day. Trump was up truthing. Okay. Trump was truthing at 3 o'clock in the morning. And there should be no problem with that. And then when you think about time zones, how do they know that you're like, in a time zone, like an Eastern zone? So, but every time I do it after like 2 or 3 o'clock, it's like, why is he doing that? But it's gotten, the truth has become a very successful platform, and I like doing it. And it goes everywhere. As soon as I do it, it goes everywhere.
It goes everywhere. It's crazy. You just let Trump, I think all these people get so wound up about their Democrat, your Republican. It's better just not believing in any of it. Because the beauty of Trump is not him being president. The beauty of it is that he is putting on a show and it's entertaining. Whether you like him or not, it's entertaining. You can't help but watch. You know, you know what I mean? It's hilarious. It's hilarious. I don't even know who's going to win. I don't spend much time, but you know, we're here exploring the Rogan verse. And since we've all been wondering this thing, right? Now we find out it kind of looks like it's the old Rogueski. The Rogueski is holding up the train. Man, everybody wants to see this interview. Come on, bro. Like, we know you're a sellout. We know you done sold out. But like, come on, man. Let it ride, baby. Let it ride. Well, thank you, Mr. Lex Fridman. If you like this guy, go like him. You know, just one note on Lex before we go. It was kind of like he was trying to give Trump a hand slap with the way he was defending Rogan without ever like putting the same thing to Rogan, right? Rogan does the same thing. He trashes people all the time on his podcast, even his friends. I think he's probably trashed Lex Fridman. I'm sure of it. But it is what it is, folks. Hypocrisy is everywhere, even right here in this chair. What are we going to do about it? Point at other people's hypocrisy. That's what we're going to do. Yep. That's pretty much the only solution. Peace.